So, in last class we have started this topic, that is string class. We have discussed some methods, how this string class is used, and some predefined methods which are under string class, which is defined. And again, this string class, to use this string class, you need to import java.lang.star. And because nowadays compiler automatically it is using, so you don't need to import it, automatically it will import. So java.lang.star. So we have seen the um, uh, this string is a immutable string. Immutable means once a memory is used for a literal string, then that memory will be cannot be modified. If you are going to modify a new data in the string variable or string object, then it will use another new memory location for storing the data. Okay, that thing we have discussed. So here we have seen this word1 and word2. These both are uh, connected to same string Java. But here, in this case, word 1 is linked to Java, word 2 linked to Java, but here it reserves, it first it stores this data, and word 1 is referred to this data. Now, again here, for word 2, it is reserving using new keyword, so it creates new space where word 1 data is received as a parameter, and here it is calling a constructor, string constructor, where this Java is passed, word one value is passed as the parameter and assigned. So here copy constructor is working. So now here you see, suppose word is containing Java, and due to some reason you have changed the content of this word. Now after changing, it uses another memory, and that word is linked to that new memory. So this is not utilized. So we have discussed this empty string, how to initialize an empty string. So next we have discussed some constructors. The default constructor, which is no parameter and automatically it keeps empty. Then copy constructor we have discussed, where we have seen here the copy constructor is used in this line. So and some other constructors also we have seen. Now, another some methods we have discussed. Length method is returning the length of the string. Char is returning the particular character at a particular index position. Char index position. Then, so here the and substring method we have discussed. Substring, where it extracts a string from a and from another string. And substring having two parameters. Second parameter is optional. If you will not give, then automatically it assigns, automatically it extracts till the end of the string. If you give, it will extract till that position. So this is the output which we have seen. Then concatenation method we have discussed, that is to concatenate multiple strings and create a new string. So for example, word 1 is containing RE, word 2 containing think, word 3 containing ing. So string result equal to word 1 plus word 2. This plus operator is used for concatenate two strings. So finally the rethink output, the result value will be rethink. Now the concat method also you can use, dot concat method, word 1 dot concat word 2, means here, this word 2 content will be uh, um, concatenated with word 1 and store in result. Same thing, rethink. Now result plus equal to word 3 means whatever. So like your numerical operation, here it is use result equal to result plus word 3. So rethinking. Okay, result plus equal to num. So here num is integer value. Automatically it is converting to string and store it. So rethinking was there. Rethinking 2 is stored because num contains 2. Then index of a string. So it will find. So now here suppose name contains President George Washington. Name dot index of p means it from the left side where the first occurrence found, then it will search. That now p is stored at 0 position. So similarly E is presented at 2 position and George is presented at 10 position. Name of index E3 means here it starts the position from 3. So from 3 onwards it will sort. Okay. Similarly, here BOB is not found in this string. Now when it is not found, it returns -1. So name dot last index of means from the left last towards back it will search this character or string, and if it is found it will print position. So here E is at 15 position. E is here 15 position. So index of we have seen. Next is equality method. Is equals method or so many equality methods are there. One is equals. It will return true or false. So if the here word 1 dot equals word 2 means word 1 and word 2, if both are equal, then it will return true. Okay. Now here we will see raiders dot equals raiders, it returns true. Raiders dot equals small raiders return false because it is not matching. When you want to ignore the case, then instead of equals you write equals ignore case. And remember the here method name is equals capital I ignore then case capital C. Raiders. So here it returns true because both the strings are equals. Then comparison. Comparison, suppose int diff equal to word 1 dot compare to word 2. Returns difference between word 1 and word 2. What it will return? So what it will return? It will match character by character. If whenever any mismatch found, it will find the difference between the ASCII value difference between that mismatch character, and that difference value will be returned. Okay. And similarly, another method is there, compare to ignore case. Compare to ignore case. That means if character case is different, it will be ignored and it matches the others. Like suppose one character is upper letter in one string, another character is lower letter. So suppose some silicon, capital S, small icon, then small silicon. So both are will be equal if you use compare to ignore case. So here there are some functions, examples. Diff equal to apple dot compare to berry. So here a before b. So here a the ASCII value of small a is your 97 and small b is your 98. So that is -1. Okay. So it returns -1. Diff zebra dot compare to apple. Z before A, capital Z, small a. Okay, capital Z value is 90, small a value is 97. So 90 minus 97, it will return -7. So similarly, here at this point, apple compared to apple, both are same, so it returns 0. Okay. Dig, capital dig, compare to ignore case. In the when it is ignoring, it also both are same, then it is returning 0. So here similarly positive value will be returned. Okay. So positive value, because here it suppose B is greater than A, so it returns 1. So similarly these things will be returned positive value. Then trim method. Trim method, trim. So from the left and right side, from the both side, if any white spaces are there, then it will remove that. That is the task of trim. Okay. Suppose here word 1 equal to, within double quotes here one space is there, here also one space is there. High book. So here left side, right side both are space is there. So word 2 equal to word 1 trim. So here the output will be this, not the no any other space. Okay. But word 1 value will not be changed. After trimming, it return the value and store in another variable. Okay. So now let us see some, okay, next replace. Replace method. Replace method is replacing a particular character with a new character. Suppose string word 1 equal to rare, then string word 2 equal to rare dot replace r, in place of r you want to replace d. Okay, wherever r character is there, it is replaced with d. Okay, so this is replace method. Okay, next is two uppercase, two lowercase. So convert to upper or to convert to lower. These are the methods. Now let us see some programs where it is applied. So see a program here. S1 contains silicon, S2 contains also silicon, S3 contains, here just see S1, S2, S3, three things are there, but here S1 and S2 will link to same memory, because in immutable string, whenever any, suppose silicon is occupied already, so when you are referring S2 to silicon, then it is referred to the same memory location, it will not reserve any new location. But here S3 equal to new string silicon. Now here for S3 it is reserving the space and silicon content will be stored there. Now see here S1 equals S2, it returns what? It returns true. S2 equals S3, it returns let us see execute this program. String compare equal. Okay. What the difference? Here true, here true, here true, but here false.
I think I
When
guess.
equals function, equals method is used, it checks the equality between the values. But when equality double equal to operator is used, if the both are referred to the same memory, then only it returns true. Otherwise, it is false. Here it is checking whether the both variables are referring to the same memory or not. So here S1 and S2 are referring to the same memory, but S2 and S3 are different memory location. So here it returns false. Here equals method compare the value, not the memory value, memory reference. Okay. So equals method will check literally, but whereas double equal to operator will check the memory location, reference memory location. Okay. So you note down this thing so that it may be asked in anywhere. Okay. So next program is here Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. This is a string stored in ST1. I think this thing we have discussed. Have we discussed yesterday? Here string S2, ST2 equal to new string. So ST2 reserve another new space. Int x equal to ST1 last index of one space. So last index of one space means it returns this position. Okay, this position. It returns the space position between Tuesday and Wednesday. This one. Okay. This position is I think 1, 2, 3. Index means 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 is the returning value x. Okay. Now ST2 equal to ST1 substring x plus 1. X plus 1 means 15. 15 plus means this substring returns what? This substring returns Wednesday. Okay. So ST1 will be ST1 dot substring x plus 1. It returns Wednesday. Wednesday plus single quote, single within double quote, single space means Wednesday with one space. Here it will be like Wednesday with a space. Wednesday with a space. Now next is ST1 equal to ST1 dot substring 0 comma x. ST1 equal to ST1. What ST1 substring? ST1. What is the value of ST1? ST1 is this total string. Here nowhere it is modified. Okay. Now ST1 dot substring 0 from the 0 position till x. Till x means the 14. Okay. So now the data will be Monday, Tuesday, all the things. So that is stored. That will be stored here. That is your Monday and Tuesday. Okay. So this is the content. Monday and Tuesday up to 14. Okay, index position. Now x equal to now ST1 is value. ST1 contains this one. Okay, because whatever value extracted that is replaced in the ST1. Now x equal to ST1 dot last index of space. So here there is a space. Here there is a space. Okay, not space. Here it is returning this. Here there is a space. This space will be fine. So now here ST1 last index of this index value will be returned. Now ST2 equal to, so here ST2 is containing Wednesday already with a space. Now here what happens? The Wednesday is there, and now from this space onwards means your ST2 is your Wednesday. Then there is a space. The previously Wednesday is there. Then now ST2 st1 x plus 1 to till end. Okay, so previously Wednesday with a space was there, and now it will store this Tuesday. Okay, Tuesday, then again there is a space, here space, then this is the string. Okay, now st1 equal to st1 substring 0 comma x, means now st1 value will be, st1 is now from the 0 position till, so x is what, where, x is here changed, so x is now representing this space. So now here st1 is your Monday. So this is the data of st1. So again st2 equal to st2 plus, so st2 contains Wednesday, this st2 contains Wednesday, Tuesday. Now Wednesday, Tuesday space was there. Now st1 is containing Monday, so one space with Monday. Okay, so this is the output of st2. Now when you print st2, output will be Wednesday, Tuesday and Monday. Now let us see, compile and execute. This program name is substringtest.c Java. Okay, Wednesday, Tuesday, Monday. This is the output. Okay. Next, let us see another program, that is okay, other programs you can test. Now let us go to the slides. So here this number to string in your Java, in the string class, directly you can convert one integer to a string or float type data to a string. But another method is there, toString method will convert to a string. Now here you see s equal to null or blank, no space, no data, null plus 1 to 3. So output will be 1 to 3 is a string concept, string value. Okay, not this is a numeric value. This is a numeric value. This is not a numeric value. Now string s equal to integer dot toString I. So here the integer, it is a wrapper class dot toString. So it convert to the string I. Whatever I value is there, that will be converted and stored in s. Similarly, string s equal to double. This is also a wrapper class. You know wrapper class, words character starts with a capital letter. Double toString d. So whatever d value will be there, that will be converted. Now see the example, s equal to integer toString 1 to 3. So 1 to 3 will be like this as a string. So s equal to double toString 3.14. It returns as a string, that is 3.14 as a string representation. This is your numeric representation, this is a string representation. Okay. So string dot s equal to string value of num. So now here the whatever num value is there, directly that also you can, there is inside the string class there is a method value of. The value of method will convert a numeric value to string. Okay, see here s equal to string dot value of 1 to 3, it returns string 1 to 3. Next is your string buffer. This is another class. Like string class, now we will discuss string buffer class. String buffer class is a class which is a synchronized and allows us to mutate the string. In the string class, it is immutable string. Now string buffer is mutable string. Okay. Once you use the string and that memory can be modified. Okay. So it is mutable. Another is synchronized. Synchronized means we have discussed in the this synchronized concept in the multi-threading. Whenever multiple threads are used in the synchronized, if it is synchronized, then after completing the complete task, then only it will be allowed to other thread. So that is called synchronized. Once a thread is busy in a process, then another thread should be wait. So string buffer is also a synchronized class, and it allows us mutate the string. Mutate means modify the string. Okay. String buffer has many utility methods to manipulate the string. The same like our string class, string buffer also so many methods which we will discuss. So this is more useful when using in a multi-threading environment. This is useful when you are using in a multi-threading environment where data memory loss will not be there. So it always has a locking overhead. So always has a locking overhead. So see the program here. So something directly we will go to a program, and there we will see that string buffer. So string buffer is a class like string class. Just see here, string buffer class. Then is the S is the object name. New string buffer. See here, I have initialized A B C D E F G H. Okay, A B C D E F G H. So now string is here. S is here. S will be A B C D E F G H. Okay. So here output, who can say what will be the output? Means value of P. Int P equal to S dot length. What is the value of P? What is the value of P?
8. 8.
8. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. Okay? 8. P value is 8. Now, int q equal to S dot capacity. Here, it automatically, see here, in the, because it is a mutable string, the capacity is previously reserved for some, means like your array, it is reserving the space. After some time, you can, after keeping new data, it automatically extends. Okay. So by default, the capacity is 29. Okay. We will see what is the capacity. When we run the program, we will see it. Okay. Now, here length of the string output P will be, here it should print 8, here it should print 29. Okay, we will see it, Q value. Then S dot append. Append means this append method is add the string at the end. Okay, so now S value will be S equal to already A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, and it will add I, J, K, L, M, N. I, J, K, L, M, N. Okay, so S value will be this. Now system.out, output will be like this. System.append 1, here digit 1 is written. That means here output is like your S value is your, it appends 1 at the end. Okay. So here previously ABCD EFGH was there, it added this, now here it added 1. Now here you see the string insert method is there. In the string buffer, there is a insert method. Insert method means it will insert at a particular position offset. At the 8th position, it will insert institute. Okay. So all of you note down what will be the output when we run this. We will check. At the 8th position, it will insert. Okay. So what is the 8th position? After H. H is the 8th position. So 8 after H, it will insert this. Okay. So now system.out.println output will be ABCDEFGH, then institute. Okay. So here insert 0, 5 means at 0 position it will insert 5. Whatever data is there, it will insert at 0 position, 5 will be inserted, 5 will be inserted. Okay. So like append 1, it add at the end, but here it insert at the particular position. Next, the intention of this example of insert multiple times is any type of data you can insert. See here, this is Boolean data. Here it is inserting at 3 position. Okay, so here it is index. Remember, this is your index. Insert index position. Index position always starts from 0. Insert at 0 index position means 8 means here A is 0, B is 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8 is your I position. At I position insert. That means here S will be, let us write, S value will be after H, it will insert institute. Okay, it insert this. This will be the output. Now here at 0 position, it will insert. The output is where it will insert at 0 position, that is 5. Okay, this will be the output. Now at 3 position, it will insert true. At which value it will insert? 3. 0, 1, 2, 3. Here 0, 1, 2, 3. Means before 0, 1, 2, 3. True. Okay. Next is here at 5 position it will insert. Okay, at 5 position it will insert. All of you note down what will be the output. Okay, here D represents the double value. F represents the float value. So in using insert method, you can insert any type of data. Here integer value is inserted. Here string is inserted. Okay. Here Boolean data inserted. Here double type data inserted. Here float type data inserted. Okay. Now, so up to this we will see. After that, we will run this rest code. Okay, let us see, and after that program name is our test string buffer. Okay, just let us compare this program output. Output length of string 8, We have seen P value is 8, capacity here 24. Sorry, I was telling lie, wrong. So this is 24. Capacity is 24. Automatically it kept 24. Okay. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, then I, J, K, L, M, N. So it is like this. Then 1 is appended. Then the institute is inserted here. Then 5 is inserted at index position. 5 is inserted at index position. True is inserted. True, where is true? Here true is inserted. Okay. So AB. So sorry, I was writing. I was confused. Okay, at a 3 position, index position it is inserting. So AB true, this inserted. Then similarly here it inserted at a particular position, that is double value. Here the float value is inserted. So this is the example of this insert method, append method, and length capacity. So by default capacity is 24. But now if you see, now let us see the again Q equal to S dot capacity. Q equal to S dot capacity, and we will print the Q value. Print the Q value. Let us see what will be the capacity. Thus, see, after changing, after modifying the content, previously capacity was 24, now it is extended to 50. That because of this mutable string, the string buffer is mutable type class. So here, what you can modify the content at the reserved memory location, and the space will be extended. That is the advantage of string buffer. Next, some other functions like here the array, string array, we are going to insert, then print the data. Reverse method, insert method, all of you understood? Reverse method means the string will be reversed. By character, it will be reversed. Not by word, remember, it will be reversed in character by character. Delete method will delete a particular character from the current index position till this number of characters 0 to 5. Okay, so here del char at 7 means it will delete a character at 7th position, but delete will delete this number of characters from the string. So here replace the this from the 5 position till out 8 position, these characters will be replaced. Okay, so let us execute this and okay, see here the values x is replaced. In the previously, just see here, previous string is this. Now at this position, the 3 characters are replaced. Okay, 3 characters are replaced. So delete character, delete 0 to 5. So this number of characters, 5 characters are deleted here. So this is the data. Then character at 7, at 7th position it is deleted. Where is that 7th position? Seventh index position. Okay. So similarly replace at this position. So these are the different methods of the string buffer class. These are the different methods of string buffer class. So now let us find the difference between string and string buffer. This is one important point or question you may get in the exam. Okay, string is immutable, string buffer is mutable. Okay, this is the main difference. String is immutable, string buffer is mutable. Means the content in the memory will not be modified. Here you can modify it. And string is slow and consumes more memory when you concat too many strings, because every time it creates a new instance. Because whenever you will store or modify anything in the string class object, then every time it will reserve new memory space. It will not use the previously reserved space. But string buffer is not reserving new space. It uses the same memory. So less memory will be used for when you concatenate. String class overrides equals method of object class. There is a class object, predefined class. String class is overriding equals method, but string buffer class cannot does not override the equals method of object class. Okay, because it is not using the object class. So you can compare the content of two strings by equals method. You can compare the two strings using equals method. So these are the differences between string and string buffer. So so many methods we have discussed: append, insert, replace, okay, delete, reverse, capacity, ensure capacity. We have not tested, you can test it. Ensure capacity, it is used to ensure the capacity at least equals to or given minimum. So minimum capacity, what is the minimum capacity, it will return. Okay, append method example we have seen, insert example we have seen, replace also we have seen, delete seen, reverse seen. Okay, so and another method, another class is string builder. String buffer class we have discussed. String builder class is equivalent to your string buffer class, only there is some little changes. String builder is same as the string buffer. Okay, but the string builder class is not synchronized, whereas string buffer is synchronized. Means whenever you will use multi-threading application, there you will use string buffer. When you will use single-threaded application, there you will use string builder. Okay, string builder is single-threaded class, whereas string buffer is multi-threaded class you can use. Okay, here string buffer is synchronized, whereas string builder is not synchronized. Okay, so this is about the string class and string buffer class topic. So some programs will be given, you will do it.